Hello, everyone. So, as we know, Crunchyroll has started airing season 2 of Hanako-kun, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time to discuss episode 2. So, episode 2 started off pretty good with the introduction to Akane as the clock keeper. To me, his design seemed pretty good, and it seemed kind of accurate to his design in the manga. Though it does seem a little bit rushed when we start talking about how Nene and Hanako are connected and how Akane is connected to the clock keepers, as he doesn't address how Nene has swallowed the mermaid scale. I also felt that the initial introduction to Kako when he is giving Akane his clock felt a little more intimidating in the manga than it did in the anime. For some reason, his design in the manga felt more spooky and more scary than it did in the anime. Now, here's where things start to change only a little bit here and there. We see Yamabuki arrive. In the manga, he is turned to an old man right before their eyes, whereas in the anime, he's already an old man. As Mirai reveals herself, her design to me is all right, though something about it bothers me. I don't exactly know what it is, but that's just me. This is nothing major, but in the manga, Hanako takes Akane's clock, which to me shows how sneaky he can be and how fast he can be, whereas in the anime, he's just shown threatening him with his knife, which again is no big deal, but the manga kind of shows how much more sneaky he can be. For me, this part sort of got on my nerves when I saw it animated, as I hated how baby-faced they made Nene look compared to her manga appearance for this scene. They just make her look so chibified and just so completely baby-faced, and to me that just kind of irks me a little bit. I don't know about anybody else, but to me that's just a little bit of a pet peeve. And can I just say that Akane's words here stung super, super bad due to the current arc of the manga that we're at right now. I didn't include the screenshots from the show, so I'm just including them from the manga. But those words stung so, so bad right now. For this part, I suppose it doesn't really matter how they went about this, but they did switch how Hanako talks to Ko about keeping Mirai away from Nene, but I guess it doesn't really matter how they changed it, but it did get changed a little bit. Watching the show, I knew exactly what was coming up, and I was like, looking so forward to seeing this part of the manga animated. I was laughing so hard watching this part. I absolutely loved seeing Ko being older. I loved seeing all of the reactions in real time, and I busted up laughing hearing Ko's older voice. It was just perfect. It was great. And it was especially so hilarious seeing Nene being herself and possibly falling for Ko looking like a Teru. So that was even more funny. I just wish that they would have kept in some of what was cut from the manga, as we can see Nene being uncomfortable with him, but we also see Hanako being uncomfortable with him in the manga, as we know that he was previously attacked by Teru, which is why he looks uncomfortable with Ko, which is why I wish they would have kept that small little detail in the show as well, as that would have been a good callback. I also wish that they would have kept Akane's line of "never a dull moment with you people," as I felt like it would have been important for him to say it, because Akane is now going to be pretty much involved with them from now on, so I feel like that would have been important to keep. In the anime, Akane definitely doesn't seem as cool as he does compared to his manga counterpart. His use of his clock power definitely doesn't seem as impressive as it does in the manga. I felt that Nene's death reveal was a little downplayed. I felt like it wasn't as big of a reveal as it could have been, and I felt like Hanako didn't look as devastated as he did compared to the manga, but I'm just nitpicking. But what I did appreciate was that they kept the same exact pose that Hanako holds her in, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. Here we can get a better look at Kako's design, which, is whatever. It's not as good as it could have been, but, whatever. I only wish that they could have kept Akane's true motivation and true self in the show. I felt a lot of what really motivates him was cut out of the show. So I felt like they made him a little bit more stiff in the show compared to how he really is in the manga. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. But other than that, it was really great to see the manga animated. It's really great to see Hanako-kun back up and running again. Although seeing that the show was listed as a restart, I was kind of hoping that would have meant that it would have been given the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment and it would have been 100% more faithful to the manga. Anyway, so what I've already noticed as well during the ending song is we're already hinting at the Picture Perfect arc. So that's when Hanako traps Nene in the drawn dream world. So we're getting there pretty fast. So if my guess is correct, if it's about 3 to 4 chapters per episode, and some content has already been cut and moved around, and I'm sure we're going to see more cut content, we're probably going to get there by the end of season 2. So we're in for a lot. So it's going to be a crazy and wild ride. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.